Archangel Michael says, the shadows are moving faster than you think, and a dangerous plan has already been set in motion against you. It is not a distant threat, it is unfolding now, with every passing second drawing it closer to your life. What you are about to discover will explain why certain people have acted strangely around you lately, and why the air feels heavy with something unseen. The signs have been there, subtle, almost invisible to the untrained eye, but they were real. Someone has been weaving a careful web, each thread leading back to you, yet kept hidden behind a mask of false smiles and harmless words. The moment you realize how close they've come to their goal will change everything. Every movement they make is designed to look like coincidence, but it is not. They have been studying you, understanding your patterns, and waiting for the exact moment when you are most distracted. That moment is right now. This is not just an attempt to inconvenience you. It's a calculated, deliberate act meant to strip away something deeply important from your life. They are using resources, connections, and even people you thought you could trust. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Their influence has been spreading quietly, like water seeping through cracks you didn't know were there. It's in conversations you weren't part of, in plans drawn up without your knowledge, and in agreements sealed with silent nods. The danger is not loud, it's patient. You must understand that their motives are not impulsive, they are fueled by something deep, whether it be envy, revenge, or greed. They believe they are close to victory, and that belief gives them confidence. This is why you have been feeling an unexplained tension around certain people. Archangel Michael says, your awareness is the first weapon against this plan. The moment you see the pattern, the threads will begin to unravel in your favor. But you must stay steady, because this is the stage where they will try to make you doubt your instincts. What they want is not just something material, it is a position, a place, a part of your life they believe they can claim as theirs. That desire is what keeps them moving forward without hesitation. Type Amen to get blessing 221. The first layer of their plan involves a messenger, someone acting innocent, yet carrying pieces of false information designed to shift opinions against you. This person may smile in your presence but works differently when you're not around. They are the thread connecting multiple players in this plot. The second layer is distraction. They want you busy with smaller issues so you won't notice the bigger move happening behind the scenes. These distractions may appear as sudden problems, urgent requests, or emotional situations created out of nowhere. The third layer is positioning. They are slowly moving themselves, or someone they control, into a place where they can replace you or take something that's yours without open conflict. This step is the most dangerous, because by the time it becomes visible, it might be too late to undo easily. They are not working alone. There is at least one person in close proximity who is aware, and instead of warning you, they are letting it happen for their own benefit. This betrayal is the reason the plan is moving faster now. Type Amen to get blessing 552. You have been noticing unusual conversations ending abruptly when you enter a room. People avoiding eye contact, or giving half answers to simple questions. These are not accidents, they are symptoms of the pressure building behind the scenes. This is why certain opportunities have been quietly redirected away from you. Someone has been working to rewrite the narrative, making it seem like you are less deserving, less involved, or less available. This false perception is one of their strongest tools. Archangel Michael says, "You are being given this warning because the next phase is imminent. If you are silent now, their path will remain open. But if you become alert and strategic, their entire design will collapse in front of them." It's important to remain calm even when you uncover specific names and actions. Your calmness will keep them from realizing that you know, and that will be your advantage. Type Amen to get blessing 909. There will be a meeting, formal or casual, where certain words will be spoken to solidify their plan. They expect you to either be absent or unaware of the true meaning behind those words. But the truth is, you will be ready. A document, letter, or agreement is part of this setup. It may be presented as harmless, yet it carries a hidden clause or detail that changes everything in their favor. This is why you must read, listen, and watch carefully in the days ahead. You will see a shift in one person's tone toward you. They will suddenly act overly friendly or helpful. This is not genuine, it's a tactic to lower your guard so the final step can be taken without resistance. The timing of their move is connected to a date that holds meaning for you, but they are disguising it to seem unrelated. This is meant to make it feel like coincidence, but it's part of their precision. Type Amen to get blessing 117. This plot is not unstoppable, but it requires you to act differently from your usual nature. Instead of confronting openly, you must observe, collect, and prepare. Every detail you notice can be used to dismantle their structure. Their greatest weakness is their belief that you are unaware. The moment they suspect you know, they will panic and make mistakes. These mistakes will give you direct proof of their intentions. Archangel Michael says, protection is already surrounding you, but it works best when you move with intention. Your steps must be deliberate, not rushed by emotion. The truth is, they are not as powerful as they appear. They have simply hidden behind timing, manipulation, and support from others. Once exposed, they will have nothing left to hold on to. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Their silence in public and whispers in private are building a wall around you. Each brick they place is meant to limit your reach, to make it seem like you are boxed in with no way out. But what they don't know is that every wall can be torn down when the right force is applied. You will soon notice a sudden shift in your environment, a change in routines, invitations, or messages. This will not be random, it's a signal that their plan has entered its final stage. It is here that you must be the most alert. The energy around you may feel heavier than usual in the coming days. That is because intentions, whether pure or wicked, create vibrations, and this plan carries a weight that can be felt if you listen closely. Trust that this feeling is not imagined. The person leading this plan has been quietly measuring your reactions to small inconveniences. They want to know how quickly you get frustrated, how you respond when cornered, and whether you give up easily. They are preparing for the exact point at which they will strike. Type Amen to get blessing 711. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They are likely to use someone close to you as their shield, someone who can deliver harm without it being traced back directly. This is why the betrayal will feel so personal when you finally see it. It is not the act itself, but the face of the person doing it, that will sting. You may be invited into a discussion where the true purpose is to get you to agree to something without realizing its long-term impact. If you feel rushed or pressured, that is your first sign of danger. Nothing urgent in words should be rushed in decisions. Archangel Michael says, the danger in this situation is not only in what they take from you, but in what they want to leave you with: doubt, fear, and uncertainty. These emotions can linger far longer than any stolen possession. That is why your mental clarity is as important as your physical safety. A conversation in the next few days will hold clues to their next move. It might sound casual, but one specific phrase will stand out and stay in your mind. When it does, do not ignore it. Type Amen to get blessing 842. The plot has layers even they are not fully aware of. Someone in their circle is keeping a secret from them, too, because even in alliances, there are cracks. This small fracture will eventually cause the entire plan to fall apart. You are not powerless in this moment. In fact, you have more influence than they suspect, because while they have been studying you, they have underestimated your ability to adapt. This is the power you must now use. The place they are targeting is somewhere you feel safe. That is why this warning comes with urgency. It is not just about where you go publicly, but where you rest, where you think, where you trust. Their aim is to make you feel unsafe even there. You will hear from someone you haven't spoken to in a while. This person may hold information that helps you identify the source of this plan. Listen more than you speak in that conversation. Type Amen to get blessing 993. In the background of this plot, there is an exchange, words, items, or agreements, that ties the key players together. Without this connection, their plan cannot survive. Your goal will be to uncover this link without letting them know you're looking for it. The leader of this plan believes they are protected by distance, by the fact that their hands will remain clean while others do the work. This false sense of security is their greatest blind spot. It is here where their downfall will begin. Archangel Michael says, you are not walking into this battle alone. Protection surrounds you like an invisible shield, ready to intercept harm when you stand firm in awareness. This is why you were chosen to receive this message at this exact moment. You must now be deliberate in your movements, avoiding unnecessary exposure while quietly preparing your defense. The quieter you are now, the louder your victory will be later. Type Amen to get blessing 664. Their plan is already costing them more than they expected. They are spending energy, resources, and even trust within their own circle to keep it alive. This drain will begin to show in small mistakes they make. When the moment comes, they will try to rush the final stage to avoid losing control. This will be their most visible move, and you will have the choice to let it play out or stop it immediately. Either choice will shift the outcome in your favor. The reason this plan has moved so far without being noticed is because it has been hidden behind ordinary events. Birthdays, meetings, casual visits, things that seem harmless on the surface. But beneath them, the strategy was unfolding. Archangel Michael says, the truth is about to surface. It cannot stay buried, because the weight of it is too heavy to keep hidden forever. The question is whether you will act before or after it's exposed. Type Amen to get blessing 212. Their pattern depends on you staying predictable. They rely on your kindness, your patience, and your habit of giving people the benefit of the doubt. Break the rhythm and the script they rehearsed will begin to crumble in their hands. You will soon see a mismatch between what they claim and what their actions reveal. The gaps will be small, but repetition will make them obvious. That is your signal to step sideways and force them to reveal their true alignment. A phone call is coming that seems harmless and routine. The voice will be steady, but the words will be arranged to confirm a detail they desperately need from you. Offer nothing more than what is already public. Their confidence has been inflated by echoes from those who benefit from your silence. These echoes sounded like truth because they were repeated often. Repetition does not convert a lie into reality. Type Amen to get blessing 378. You are stepping into a season of unmasking, and it will happen cleanly. Names will attach to decisions, and decisions will reveal loyalties. Once that occurs, the fog around you will lift and direction will return. They wanted you exhausted before you reached this point. They created minor fires to drain your energy, hoping you would show up late to your own defense. You are arriving on time, fully alert, and protected. A certain place has been used as their meeting ground. It looks ordinary, yet patterns of arrival and departure expose a choreography. This choreography will be interrupted when you adjust your schedule without notice. They intend to paint your caution as guilt. That is why your composure matters now more than ever. Move with the quiet precision of someone who knows the truth will vindicate them without shouting. Type Amen to get blessing 508. A message thread will become a map. Dates, phrases, and subtle shifts in tone will trace a route straight to the center of their operation. Save everything and let time arrange the evidence into order. The smallest detail will carry the greatest weight. A forgotten signature, a timestamp, a location tag, each one will defy the story they are rehearsing. You will not need to argue when proof can simply be shown. Someone on the edge of their circle is weary of the game. This person will hesitate at the next instruction and break tempo. That hesitation will create the opening you have been waiting for. Your strength right now is restraint. You are choosing not to react to bait or to mirror the chaos they throw at you. This level-headed patience is disarming their momentum. Type Amen to get blessing 761. They tried to anchor your identity to their accusations. They failed to understand that your identity was established long before their plans began. What they throw cannot stick to what is already settled. A door they kept hidden will swing open in daylight. The same people who whispered in corners will speak carefully in public. Their careful words will reveal more than the rumors ever did. Your preparation has never been wasted. Every quiet decision, every documented step, and every boundary has built a strong perimeter. That perimeter now becomes the line their plot cannot cross. The moment of reversal will look ordinary from the outside. A call returned, a meeting recorded, a request made in writing, simple acts will turn the tide. This is how the silent victory begins. Type Amen to get blessing 946. Pressure will expose the leader behind the curtain. Their composure will fracture when a single assumption fails to hold. A crack in their tone will be the sound of the entire scaffolding failing. You are not here to entertain chaos. You are here to close chapters that never honored your name. With each precise step, the script they wrote for you loses power. A loyal ally will show unexpected courage. They will refuse to carry the last piece of the scheme and will step aside without theatrics. Their decision will remove the final bridge the plot needed. The plan loses shadows when you stand in full clarity. You do not need permission to protect what is yours. Your steadiness is the decree that ends their performance. Type Amen to get blessing 427. Return to your center and hold the ground that belongs to you. The noise around you is a storm that cannot last. You outlive the storm because you are not built from the same fragile materials. They will attempt a final maneuver that looks like apology but functions like a trap. The words will be sweet while the structure is sharp. You will recognize sweetness hiding steel and decline without guilt. This is where you shift from defense to authorship. You will write the record, not react to the rumors. The record will stand because it is aligned with verifiable truth. Their last card has already been played and the table remembers it. All that remains now is the quiet closing of a door that never should have been opened. The silence that follows will feel like breathing again. Type Amen to get blessing 835. You are stepping forward without dragging broken narratives behind you. The weight they tried to place on your shoulders falls to the ground when you refuse to carry it. Lightness returns as you move. The circle that stood against you will shrink. Agreements made in darkness do not survive the daylight of consequence. One by one, they will release themselves from a story that never belonged to them. You continue, not as a survivor of their plan, but as the author of your own protection. The difference is visible in your posture and decisions. You are no longer reacting to them, they are adjusting to you. What they thought was an ending for you becomes an ending for their influence. There is no celebration needed, only closure. The door closes, the chapter seals, and your path clears ahead. Type Amen to get blessing 692. You reorganize your space so it reflects who you are now. Old echoes cannot thrive in a room tuned to clarity. The room recognizes you and steadies your focus. A quiet message arrives from a distance with both apology and information. The apology is not your destination, the information is. You accept the data and keep your stride. Your days begin to feel precise again. You choose where your attention lives and what receives your presence. Presence, properly placed, becomes a fortress. Their names no longer hold weight when spoken near you. They fall to the floor like dull coins with no currency. You do not reach down to pick them up. Type Amen to get blessing 540. The ones who tried to rewrite your story now face their own pages. Those pages feel heavy when honesty returns. Each sentence asks them to stand without props. You direct your energy toward the work that carries meaning. This movement builds momentum that cannot be faked. Momentum, once set, carries you beyond the reach of stale accusations. New alliances form around consistency and respect. You are recognized by those who value evidence over echo. They bring rooms that match your integrity. The past attempts to argue with your present but finds no handle. You offer neither audience nor anchor to what is finished. Completion is the quietest victory. Type Amen to get blessing 301. You secure what is yours with simple, clear boundaries. These boundaries are not walls against love, they are gates for wisdom. Wisdom chooses when to open and when to close. The person at the center of the scheme will try to exit without acknowledgement. They will pretend distance equals innocence. Distance does not erase footprints. You invest your time like a careful builder. Every hour placed on a worthy foundation returns strength to you. Strength becomes the architecture of your next season. The air around you changes as the plan dissolves. You can feel the lift in your chest, the unclenching of your jaw, the steadiness of your step. This is the sensation of sovereignty returning. Type Amen to get blessing 774. Your vision clears and you can finally see the horizon without interference. The horizon answers by widening. What once felt impossible becomes the next practical step. You keep your counsel tight and your records exact. Exact records silence careless mouths. Carelessness retreats when precision speaks. A door that belonged to you all along opens without resistance. You walk through without apology. The room receives you because you arrive aligned with truth. What began as a warning has become a passage. You did not just survive a dangerous plan, you dismantled it. The echo of that dismantling is the new quiet in your life. Type Amen to get blessing 629. The quiet that follows now feels different. It is not the silence of being left out, but the peace of being untouched. The noise they once created no longer echoes here. That absence is proof that their grip has loosened completely. Their faces will appear less and less in your orbit. Not because they have truly moved on, but because their plans cannot survive without your attention. You have denied them the audience they needed. Opportunities that were once blocked begin to move toward you again. The path feels smoother, as though the ground itself has decided to cooperate. This is the reward of enduring without collapsing. Their attempts to watch you from a distance lose purpose when nothing they expect unfolds. They grow restless, searching for a reaction you will never give. Restlessness is the beginning of their own unraveling. Type Amen to get blessing 519. You begin to notice small returns, people reaching out, doors opening, situations turning in your favor. These are not coincidences, but natural corrections when interference is removed. Life is adjusting to truth. The most surprising part is how quickly strength returns once the pressure lifts. The same energy you once spent defending yourself now fuels your progress. You move lighter, faster, with clearer vision. Archangel Michael says, this new space is your signal to rebuild with intention. No part of your next chapter should be left to chance. Every step forward now plants roots in safe ground. The plot that once seemed so dangerous has been reduced to nothing more than a failed memory. Those who carried it are left explaining themselves to each other. None of their words reach you. Type Amen to get blessing 882. Even as they fade, you remain aware. You have learned how to recognize the quiet signs of a forming storm. These lessons will protect you long after this moment has passed. You no longer look for validation from those who twisted the truth. Their absence has no weight here. Your worth has never been theirs to measure. The people who truly stand with you will make themselves visible without you having to ask. Their loyalty does not need performance, it shows in actions that match their words. This is the circle you will keep. From now on, you choose the invitations you accept and the voices you allow near. This choice is not made in fear, but in wisdom. Wisdom ensures that danger never takes root again. Type Amen to get blessing 642. The leader of the failed plan will sense the shift and attempt one final reach. It will come disguised as something harmless, a question, an offer, or an old memory. Recognize it for what it is, a door you've already closed. Your refusal will not be loud, but it will be final. Finality has a weight they cannot move. Once it lands, they will have no path back into your life. The story they tried to write about you collapses because it was built on speculation, not truth. Truth stands without rehearsal, without alliance, without disguise. It does not require permission to exist. Archangel Michael says, "You have walked through this moment with a steadiness many could not maintain." That steadiness has not gone unnoticed in the places that matter most. Type Amen to get blessing 477. From here, the landscape changes. The rooms you enter now are built with clarity and mutual respect. No one in these spaces will benefit from your silence or confusion. You start placing your energy only where it multiplies peace. Peace becomes your measure for every decision. If it does not protect your stability, it does not deserve your time. The whispers of the old plan cannot survive in this environment. They fade before they can take shape. The people once eager to speak against you have found better uses for their breath. This is the outcome you earned, not by force, but by refusing to be moved by manipulation. Your stability became the slow undoing of their urgency. Type Amen to get blessing 325. Now, the lessons live with you like a second nature. You no longer second-guess the first hint of danger. Instead, you act with the quiet confidence of someone who knows how to survive the unseen. The energy that once circled you with ill intent is replaced by those who come with genuine alignment. This exchange changes everything. It is the difference between guarding and growing. You move through your days without the shadow of their plan following you. What once tried to corner you has lost its shape entirely. Freedom feels like air after too long underwater. The moment you stop glancing over your shoulder is the moment you realize they can't follow you anymore. They have been left behind, not by accident, but by design. Type Amen to get blessing 591. The weight in your chest is gone, replaced by a quiet certainty. Certainty is not loud, yet it holds more power than fear ever did. This power will guide your next steps. You begin investing in the things they once tried to distract you from. These investments return quickly, as though they were waiting for you to reclaim them. Nothing they delayed has been denied. Your future now unfolds in the absence of their interference. Without their hands on the threads, the tapestry of your life begins to weave itself naturally again. The design is stronger now. In this quiet victory, you understand something important. Their plan was never greater than your protection. That truth will stay with you for the rest of your journey. Type Amen to get blessing 808.